It'll be fine. Hey, Morty, guess what time it is?
I don't know, Rick. What is it?
It's reserve time!
Sand King.
Radiant Team Band! Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero!
Yeah, 5 seconds left now. Well, what do you know? It's reserve time. Oh, Dire Team Band.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero!
Come on, Dire Team, pick it good.
Come on, Radiant Team, you gotta pick him right! Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero!
Yeah, 5 seconds left now.
What's going on, guys? Here it's GTV. We're looking at Game 1, Summit 5. We have Team NP against Complexity Gaming. So just caught the latter half of that draft. We got Complexity, Moose playing the Lifestealer. We got Melons on Batrider, Z-Freak on that Roaming Earth Spirit. Trying to think, they got two stand-ins, so I'm not sure which one plays which. But up top for NP, you got AUI playing Enchantress, Pili Die on Crystal Maiden. MSS is playing Sand King, and I believe it's going to be EE on Ember Spirit, if I'm not mistaken here. So I think they also have another stand-in. So it's Butterfly on Silencer.
5 seconds, Morty.
Yeah, Fada on Ember, so EE will play Death Prophet, and then Firo going Terrorblade for Complexity. So that wraps up the draft, and I'm going to get into it real quick here. All right, so like I said, this is game one of a best of three here in the Summit 5 between Team Complexity Gaming and NP. So we're gonna see some quick movement here by Z-Freak, try to get this ward down, and he'll get that down. So we got all these sound effects coming in from this compendium, so that should be fun this game. It's going to be Furo going mid in this Terrorblade. So far already, I believe Complexity, they have a fairly good lineup. They've got Terrorblade going mid, and they've got Moo on Lifestealer in the safe lane. So definitely two heroes you really got to look out for, especially if this game goes any late any later than, I don't know, maybe half an hour, then you got really Terrorblade's going to come online. He gets that Manta, the Scotty. He's going to be a real big problem for him.
All right, Morty.
Meanwhile, I thought that EE, I guess, is going to be playing the safe lane carry here in Death Prophet. I know since they kind of switched things up here with the shuffle at this point of the season, that EE was going to play more of the safe lane carry that he's more used to rather than going mid as he had been on NP. And you know, during the beginning of this draft, I saw, or end of the draft rather, when I saw him get DP, I'm like, oh, he's going to be playing the mid again. But I guess it will be Fata going mid, and he'll play Death Prophet in the safe lane here. So no kills so far, nothing too tricky going on, with the exception of AUI has got this ward here. He's going to try to get that courier snipe as soon as Firo gets his salve shipped out to him, but nice block by both sides. Fata winning that one just by a hair here, so we'll see if AUI is able to get this courier snipe. Nothing going on so far. Courier's still sitting there. Melon's in a little bit of trouble here as the Spirit Siphon comes in from EE, but now EE in some real trouble. He's trying to TP out, and he should be able to, and he'll get home just in time. But a nice roll there by Z-Freak to silence him up, and he realized right away that he had to get out of there. Alright, the courier's coming in. AUI doesn't see it on the way there. Now he'll see it. Not going to be able to get there in time, I don't think. So Firo will get his salve out, but AUI looks to get the kill here. Just one more right click, and that's the courier down. So got a couple minutes there without the courier, but Firo did get his salve, so he'll be okay for now. Down bottom, Moo in a little bit of trouble, taking some damage from the Caustic Finale of MSS, but he will be able to eat some tangos, heal back up a little bit. Trading CS fairly well there. Fata, a little bit of trouble, but not too much as Butterfly makes a rotation in. Up top, though, it's going to be Pylai in some real trouble under his own tower. Z-Freak and Melons doing some serious damage, and it will be the first blood going the way of Melons. Z-Freak will fall in the back line, but the first blood does get taken there by Melons, and nice trade for them. Z-Freak does get the XP with having Pylai die first, so nice job by Complexity. Moo forced the last hit under tower, having a little rough time here as MSS pulls the aggro back towards him. And they'll just trade some right clicks. Nothing serious going on there, but Fata going in on Firo a little bit here. And they got Butterfly right behind Firo, but AUI behind him throwing in some right clicks onto Butterfly, so looks like not going to trade too much with the exception of CS here in this mid lane. Not a lot of kill potential, but now Moo in a little bit of trouble as the Burrow Strike comes down. The Rage comes out from Moo, going on MSS with the Caustic Finale. Just does a little bit too much slow and damage to Moo. He's got to get out of there. He gets the Burrow Strike under tower, and the TP's coming in here from Z-Freak, but it won't be fast enough. MSS does end up falling to Z-Freak. Actually, Moo gets the kill. But Z-Freak a couple seconds too late. Moo did fall, so MSS gets the XP, a little bit extra gold from that. A little rough there, but very even game so far. Complexity maybe winning out a little bit in terms of the XP game. But net worth currently going the way of NP. We see EE here approaching level 4 shortly. It's got a little bit of a free lane currently. Down bottom, those still rotations. Butterfly's here now, AUI's here, and just a whole mess load of things going on. Yeah, they really don't want Moo to be able to farm on this Lifestealer, because it will be a problem once he gets those higher levels, gets his items. He should have his first Blades of Attack shortly for his phase boots, but not quite yet. Meanwhile, the CS battle here in the mid lane, going the way of Firo so far. Fata's only actually sitting at 9-3, so not doing so well. Meanwhile, Firo, 20-13. He's only behind his Batrider, only by 1 CS, and there's plenty more denies, so definitely winning that matter. Melons has his Tranquils now and a DD here on Fata, so we might see something happening. Maybe not in this mid lane, but should a rotation come here from Z-Freak, if he can get the Rolling Boulder out onto Fata, get the Remnant kick. He's level 3. Okay, Fata with the Flame Guard. And he will chain him up under tower, but Firo able to back off really easily there. Pick up some more CS of his own. AUI's level 3. He's got the Centaur, and he's got the Wild Wing Ripper too, so he will find Z-Freak in the jungle. Z-Freak might be able to get out of this fairly easy. He does have Rolling Boulder still, but now it's Firo in some real trouble here. He has the illusion, but it shouldn't be enough. Fato with that double damage is going to be able to pick off the kill onto Firo. AUI, though, chasing down Z-Freak a little too much. Z-Freak forced to roll out of it. And back in this bottom lane. Butterfly here now with Moo, just trying to secure some last hits for Moo, but MSS having a fairly decent time here. I mean, he's only died once, but after he got the kill on Moo, so nothing too troubling for him. Pieliedie sitting at level 3 now, so getting up there. Going the 0-1-2 build. Make sure his team's got plenty of mana. But Melon's able to get a lot of pretty much free farm. EE was forced to go back to heal up. So, sitting at level 5, but Melons just keeps picking up last hits. So that's Melons and Firo, top of the CS charts here. Got a rotation coming in, maybe? AUI? Still has that Centaur, but Z-Freak here in the middle with Firo. And they're going to go on Fata. The Rolling Boulder comes in, will not connect. He will get the stun off from the Boulder kick, and now Fata in some trouble. The Flame Guard comes out, and here comes AUI. He's got the stun off, and now Firo in some real trouble. Pieliedie in for the rotation, and Fata picks up the last hit. So good rotation. Nice job by AUI getting the stomp off with that Centaur. And then Pieliedie, just a little insurance came in.
Oh, great. You know what we just got, Rick? We just got a player disconnecting on us.
Alright, EE, still level 5. Needs to pick up that level 6. Maybe look to push a tower once the Exorcism comes online, but
Never refuse gold.
almost there.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Oh, down bottom, though, be MSS. Picked up the kill on the Butterfly. You know, in the middle of the lane, too, so not sure what happened there, but Moo not really able to help out too much. Low on health, just has to kind of farm up and let Butterfly fall. This is good for him now. He should be approaching level 6 fairly shortly, now that he's got a free lane. MSS had to go heal up. Oh, it was the Epicenter went down on Butterfly. That's what made him fall. Oh, and they found Z-Freak sitting right under that creep, or a ward. Wasn't sure, just caught the last second of it, but able to kick him back out of trouble, and Fata will continue farming away. Firo now moved over to the jungle, trying to pick up his level 6, and got 3 points on Metamorphosis already, so haven't seen it pop out yet, I don't think. Pieliedie in some real trouble, and it will fall fairly easy to Melons with a few sticky napalm stacks on him, so it looks like drums are going to come out on this Batrider, which we don't really see too often anymore. MSS picks up another kill, this time on Moo. The rotation from AUI, and they're going to look to push a tower of their own down here. Butterfly, still only level 3. Won't be able to do too much other than throw down an Arcane Curse and hope for the best, but Z-Freak making rotation top, and he will be scanned out. So they know where he is. Fata, quick on his tail. But Z-Freak should be okay. He's still got Rolling Boulder off cooldown, so the Midas pickup on Eternal Envy. Hits level 6, and did see an Exorcism apparently come down. I don't know if it was just a farming Exorcism or what it is, but here we go. We got Melons gets the blink, the jump on to MSS, and MSS should fall, and it will be Melons picking up the kill. Meanwhile, Fata does get another kill here on Firo, so Fata doing a nice job in this lane. He wasn't really winning so much in the CS department, but got a couple kills now of his own, and he's sitting at 3-0. Level 8. He's got his bottle. He's finishing up his Ring of Aquila right now. Pieliedie getting these deep wards in, stealing the rune while it's there.
You know, Morty, it sometimes feels like they don't even care.
Now we should see Melons hitting level 10 fairly soon. We're only at a little under 9 minutes, but gonna stack some camps. Meanwhile, EE and Pieliedie sharing some XP at this jungle here. MSS having a free lane back bottom, so not a lot going on right now, just a lot of farming. Firo making his way back into the jungle now that he's got max Metamorphosis. Gonna see some easier team fights hopefully for him. Haven't seen the Metamorphosis come out in a full team fight quite yet. It is on cooldown, but might have been in the engagement with Fata mid where he did fall, but so we got Exorcism off cooldown again. We might see a push of this tower. Trying to get some mana, but just gonna have to TP back to the shrine, heal up a little bit, get some mana back rather for EE, and it will be Melons picking up the level 10 first, getting the intelligence, and MSS looks to push a little bit towards this bottom tower. Meanwhile, the rest of Complexity grouping up mid. Firo being the front man here, picking up the farm, and MSS and AUI smoked up. MSS will have his smoke broken by Melons. Melons in a little bit of trouble. Should be able to Firefly away out of the Centaur. Gets the stomp off. Make sure that Melons isn't able to lasso anyone. And he will be able to get AUI's farm, but the Exorcism popped again here by EE just to farm some Ancients. So not really making a lot of use of the Exorcism as far as pushing towers early in this game. They haven't really had too much of a chance to push towers. AUI, just hits level 6 now. Not really a tower pusher with the exception of all the creeps that he can get. Fata really just trying to focus on his farm. And of course, Pylai sitting at level 5 does not do a whole lot to towers, but we do have MSS here down with fighting against Moo, has Sandstorm, so he'll be okay for now, and Moo will just be forced to back off. Do like that gold back. I didn't realize what it actually did. One of the only ones I didn't demo, but looks pretty good, not gonna lie.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pylai finally gets up to level 6. Has a little bit of a free farm in this lane. His Butterflies kind of standing out back a little bit. He's still level 5, so no Global Silence quite yet, but down here we got Melons in some real trouble. AUI gets rolled on by Z-Freak, and the lasso coming on to Fata. Fata gets a zip up to the top, and now Melons in some real trouble of his own. He's taking some right clicks, but now Fata has to back off. Firo throwing in too much damage from those Metamorphosis hits. Melons putting some chase on the Fata. Fata trying to get away, but 5 stacks and sticky knee pop. And Z-Freak will get the kick boulder. Another stack, and he is able to pop his wand. Will it be enough? But he has nothing else going on. Pylai died, just going to let him die. And so there goes his killing streak. Melon's going to pick up that kill, and he's doing real well. I think he's sitting at 5-0. Yeah, 5-0. So got a pretty good gold swing going on the way currently of NP, it looks, but I was kind of surprised. Kill-wise, I believe it's going the way of Complexity, possibly. Yeah, 7-7, I guess, but, Melon's sitting at 5 of those 7 kills. He's top of the net worth chart right now. Eternal Envy shortly behind him, but he's been farming Ancients with Exorcism, so hasn't really been on the map. He is level 10, so he gets a 12 magic resistance. Pretty good against, Silencer, Batrider, Earth Spirit. So a smart pickup there by EE. Firo looking to start his Dragonlance now, so the first big pickup eventually on its way there for Firo. Courier got some dust on it. Gotta make sure nothing's going on here, and Melon's smoked up. They want to make their way towards MSS and AUI, but they are on the ball. They are backing up. Don't want to deal with that. Don't have the wave with them, and they know how much damage Melons can do if he does get the lasso on him. Especially he's got Moo inside him, so got the nice Nake's bomb ready to go. Looks like we might be seeing a rotation top. Pylai still by himself, farming these lanes. So level 7 now, maxed out the Arcane Aura, doing good there. Still hasn't picked up a point in Freezing Field. Might see it at level 8, and that might be the first big team fight we see when Freezing Field comes out. I'm not sure if EE will have Exorcism at the point, if he keeps using it to farm Ancients, but, a big team fight with Freezing Field, with the Exorcism to lay down the damage, and then Fata can stand there and kind of crowd control everybody, with the Searing Chains and the right clicks. He does so much magic damage. Doesn't have Sleight of Fist quite yet, but, 4 points in Searing Chains, and he is still going that spell amp build that used to be so much stronger, but the Melons, they're just going to go in this jungle camp that's no longer there. And those 2 wards going to scout out Moo, and here comes Fata. Gets the Searing Chains on. Pylai dies here. Doesn't have Freezing Field, and Moo's forced to rage out and get out as fast as he can. Butterfly there to support him. Has Global Silence, but Doesn't look like anything's gonna be dropped quite yet. EE TPing in now. AUI has to.
Tower's under attack.
AUI trying to take this tier 2 rather.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Nah,
attack.
forced to back off as Melons TP's in. He gets the first point in his sticky napalm down. Gets the flame break on him, and here's Moo too to do all the damage. The flame just burning up AUI. God, couldn't even get the words out of my mouth for a second. Z-Freak forced to back out, along with the rest of Complexity. So a nice little pick off there for Moo and Melons. Who got the last hit on that? It was Moo. Okay, so Melon's not picking up a 6th kill quite yet, but still topping that CS chart, which is a little surprising given the other heroes in this game. Terrorblade on Firo only halfway up the CS chart with Moo just barely above him. So this should be a tier 1, maybe falling. Here with this next creep wave right here. Z-Freak gonna try to kick him out, but the right click's coming in from Pylai and from EE.
Get up on out of here, 'cause Radiant just fortified
They might just let it fall.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't see them trying to defend this too much. Might be able to get the deny, but that tower should fall fairly shortly anyways. Now it's Melons in some trouble as AUI and Fada is able to blink around and escape AUI, but
Tower, it's denied.
so Z-Freak does get the deny up top on that tier 1. Fada throwing out that safety remnant, and Melons still in the area. Might be calling for some backup here. Maybe get a TP to the shrine, but oh, Moo's gonna find AUI, and AUI. That's an easy death right there. A nice job there by Moo coming in. Fada tries to catch Moo, but he's out of there just in time. So now it's Team NP looking to make a move here on Melons. Just blinked around, so he doesn't have that for 10 seconds. And Pylai dies. Going to be the front man. He's got the Invis. Throws down the Crystal Nova. Not going to connect fully, but here comes the Frostbite. Now EE with the Spirit Siphon and the Silence. And then it will be him picking up the last hit there on Melons. So Melons will fall. 450 gold going the way of EE. So nice little pickup by him. Exorcism still hasn't dropped, so they might look to push this into a tier 2. But Fada forced to back off and defend his tier 1. So still no freezing field here from Pylai. Maxing out that Crystal Nova first, get that nice slow. Paired with the Spirit Siphon from EE. It's a lot of slow right there. 20%. I'm not sure how slow stacks, but 20% there, 50% there. So it's got to be at least 51. You know what I'm saying? EE gonna be able to take a tier 2, maybe by himself. He might have to back off, just let it get denied, but let it fall in any case. But the rest of the Dire are here, so Pylai smoked up still. EE still has Exorcism. The tower's still living for now, and only Butterfly and Z-Freak are here, so that's an easy fight. But MSS here on Melons. Here comes Fada. Gets the Searing Chains off. Melons might be in some real trouble, and he will be. The Frostbite coming in from Pylai will be enough to finish him off. So a nice job there by NP rotating on Melons, seeing their opportunity when it's there. Moo forced the TP out, and MSS really trying to get that courier. Was able to get to him, but this is a nice opportunity for them to take Roche now. EE drops the Exorcism, and this should be fairly easy. So I assume this will be going the way of Fada. Maybe it goes EE, but in my heart and my mind, it's going the way of Fada. Firo hasn't really made too big of an impression in this game quite yet. He does have his Dragon Lance. Yeah, it will be Fada picking up that Aegis. So he's got his Dragon Lance now. He's got the Ultimate Orb, going for that Manta. So I think after we see that pickup, he's going to probably start getting more engaged in these fights. Now that, you know, he's got 2 points of Sunder. He's got maxed out Metamorphosis. He's a little bit of a tanky boy. He's got the Treads there, the Ultimate Orb giving him the stats. So Z-Freak rolling in with Moo, and that's an easy Pylai kill right there. And it will be... Okay, Moo does pick up the last hit. Looked like Z-Freak was going to take it, but Pylai just in the wrong place, wrong time. Squishy support all by himself, not really going to do you a whole lot of good. So down for 20 more seconds. Now the CS chart is looking a little better. Melons halfway down, and we got Fada and EE at the top, followed by Moo and Firo. So looking a little better now. Let's don't think this will be a tier 2 here for Complexity, but Metamorphosis is popped here by Firo, so they might look to really try to force this tower down, and TP's not coming in. Oh, single TP here. from Pieliedie. Gonna throw out the Frostbite. Has Freezing Field. Fada TP's in. The Global Silence comes down, though. Not able to do it. Pieliedie has to run away. The lasso dropping here on Fada. That's the Aegis already. Pieliedie tries to get the Freezing Field off. Not going to be enough. And now it's Melons in some real trouble. Fada comes back up. Butterfly, the rest of the Complexity trying to get out. It might be Melons being the sacrificial lamb. Butterfly taking a lot of damage from the impetus of AUI. And now Fada gets a sun. Firo gets a Sunder off, but it might not be enough. Fada will end up falling, and so does Firo. Oh, the Epicenter dropping down, and EE will fall to the Magnetize. So a 5 for 3 there. Only AUI and MSS living through. That was everything being dropped there. It's really a 6 for 3, given the or a 5 for 4 rather, given the Aegis was popped. But it does go in the way of NP here. It's about a 2 grand net worth exchange and a 8 grand XP exchange. So nice job by them. They are able to hold their tower, but that Global Silence just really screwed him over there. Pieliedie was going to get a Freezing Field, I believe, off a little earlier, but the Global Silence came first, was forced to run into the trees, and just died, pretty early on along in that Freezing Field. Picks up the 60 damage, so we have Battle Crystal Maiden here, ready to take down some towers, maybe right-click down some heroes, but we will live to see a little later. MSS has his Blink Dagger and his Force Staff now, and he's looking to build up a Lotus Orb. Z-Freak going in with Moo onto Pieliedie, and MSS forced to just leave him alone. Tries to get the Force Staff on him. Succeeds in that, but that's about all that happens. Pieliedie falls, but now it's AUI making a rotation down. Has the Impetus, just does so much damage. Z-Freak not too tanky, but he'll live through it fairly easy. Oh, been seeing this kind of a lot lately. I mean, we're 21 minutes in the game, and we got Firo with the clarity for his mana, so he doesn't have to go back to Fountain or anything. We have a Radiance being picked up at some point by Fada. He's still 2,800 away from his Sacred Relic. Nothing real exciting going on for AUI. EE does have his Euls and a Blink, so might be seeing a team fight here as Fada throws down some Remnants. The rest of NP sits behind him, smoked up. It's going to be EE frontlining it for now, at least. Pieliedie right behind him. Do take some damage from the flames there, and Blink's coming in. Global Silence going to drop. MSS in some trouble up top, but it's EE in the real trouble. He's already at half health. AUI not able to heal him up too much. Now Firo silenced up, won't be able to get the Sunder off, and he will fall first. So a big pick right there. MSS throws down the Epicenter, and it will connect, and Z-Freak will fall too. EE picking up both kills. He's got the Exorcism. Should be an easy tier 2 here. But now they're going on Butterfly. Butterfly gonna drop. AUI picking up that kill. Now Melons comes in with Moo. Gets the lasso off, so EE will fall, but Melons falls afterwards. Only Moo living through that, so a 4 for 1, and it should be an easy, maybe an easy tower? I'm not sure. MSS low on health. Fada has to go back, defend the tier 1, so maybe not an easy tower, but a big team fight again. 1,200 gold exchange, a little under 7k XP exchange going the way of NP. So last 2 team fights have really gone their way. Looking real good, real strong in that. They were able to pick off Firo in the beginning, so he wasn't able to get all that right-click damage in. But it's still that Global Silence that's kind of throwing them off there. EE started that fight pretty much at half health because the Global Silence came in. He wasn't able to do anything. But other than that, well executed by NP. Complexity just caught a little too far around each other. They weren't, or too far away from each other rather. Not close enough, so Z-Freak wasn't able to get the silence and stuns off that he needed to save Firo, and then Firo got silenced up anyways. Got a smoke here, and Moo getting back inside Melons, and they are pinging out. I believe that was them pinging out Fada and friends, but yeah, Melon's gonna make his way up. Z-Freak and Butterfly close behind him. Nothing there. The scan's not gonna connect. And looks like NP will be wise enough to get back to their base, with the exception of Pieliedie, who's just sitting in the trees, making sure that he's not the one that dies again. Pieliedie sitting at 1 and 5. Not feeling too good there, but doing okay now. I mean, he's got his urn. Almost got a first part of Force Staff done. But his Firo sitting at 2 and 5 as well, so having a tough time and had that ultimate orb for a while. Does have the Blade of Alacrity in his backpack. He finally hits level 15 here at 24 minutes. And the Yasha being finished up fairly shortly, but Z-Freak might be caught in some trouble. MSS will miss the Boulder Strike. Z-Freak tries to roll away. He's going to be able to get the stun off on both EE and MSS. And here comes Melons and Moo. The global sound's dropping down. EE falling real fast. AUI needs to get out of here. Melons gets rooted up here by Fada. He gets the Searing Chains on 2. Moo in some trouble. The Burrow Strike with the Epicenter connecting on 2. Z-Freak and Moo will both fall here. So it's a 3-for-1 again. It looked like it was going to go the way of Complexity. He does get the Magnetize off, but the Shrine going to heal him up there. So, but Complexity was looking pretty good in that fight. Z-Freak was able to kind of bait him out. The Burrow Strike that missed onto him, he was able to roll down, stun 2, but the Epicenter there from MSS just did so much, and then Fada, obviously, a force to be reckoned with. And AUI continues to push out this lane. He stole the Terror Blade illusion, so gonna have that do a little bit of the work for him.
Invisibility.
So we should see Roche coming up fairly shortly. At the end of this minute, I believe, is the earliest that Roche can come up. So that will be the next big, where a lot of effort's going to be going for. I believe it'll probably be going the way of NP. They don't really have a ton of wards out around it, but they've won the last 3 team fights. They've got a sizable net worth lead here at 9K. They're controlling this game, but Butterfly invised up, gonna find Fada sitting here at half health, and if Melons can get here fast enough, but EE backing him up, making sure nothing happens to him, and Butterfly forced to just TP out. Butterfly, he's trying to get that Glimmer Cape, still sitting at about 800 away. Pieliedie does have 2/3 of his 4 staff could be completed should he buy that Ring of Health, and AUI here has almost got the Hurricane Pike, just needs the recipe, but got a fight here, and it will be Moo falling, or MSS rather, falling to Firo. So, a nice little pick off there from Complexity, able to get at least one, but you really, your pick off, you really want to get Fada or EE in these. Even AUI, I think maybe more so than MSS, and Pieliedie gonna farm up with that Freezing Field. But, I mean, MSS, as long as you can kind of kite his Epicenter, get the Global Silence off while he's still charging it up, doesn't pose as much of a threat, I think, as AUI does with those right clicks with Impetus and the attack slow. And now that he's picked up his Hurricane Pike, it's a real force to be reckoned with. We got a lot queued up here for EE. Finishing off BKB is the first thing, and then he's going to go into a Solar Crest, it looks. I'm sure after that, should this game last longer, we'll see the Octarine coming out next. Fada, he went to the Boots of Travel, and now he's finishing up the, starting the Radiance, I guess. 800 away from the Sacred Relic as he's farming up his jungle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So I really like the smoke rotations by Complexity when they make them. Obviously with Melons and Moo, that combination. There's a lot they can do there. Pieliedie is being out on his own quite a bit. We saw him in the middle with the Freezing Field, so I think that's an easy pick for them. I'm not sure if it's the one that they always want to go for. It's just a Crystal Maiden. Don't really want to dispel too much on the position 5. But speaking of the Delve, we got the smoke going in, and now this time it's Moo sitting in Z-Freak. So a little different approach to this smoke gank here. And they're either going to try to get into Roche, but this Centaur might. They know something's happened. Someone took the Invis rune. It was Melon, so they're going to back out. Not really a smart play there by Melons, picking up that Invis rune. It let NP know what was going on, and now Melon's going to be able to get the lasso onto EE in some real trouble, stunned up, and he will fall fast. The Global Silence coming down, Z-Freak sitting at half health, and he'll get the Rolling Boulder onto AUI. AUI gets magnetized up, but plenty of health still. Fada comes in, and EE buys back. He gets the Exorcism off. Now it's Moo falling. Z-Freak already fell. Pieliedie freezing up Butterfly there. Butterfly now falls. So it's a 4-for-1 with the buyback here by EE, but really, again, going the way of NP. They're going to look to push a tower out of this, and it's going to be a tier 3. Got buybacks here on 3 on Butterfly, Z freaking Moo. But will we see anybody expel it? Only one buyback right now in the way of NP, and that's on MSS. That's EE just used his, but sitting at level 20 now, picks up the 50 movement speed rather than the CDR talent. A little surprised by that, but now Malon's trying to go on MSS here. Silenced up by EE and the Spirit Siphon. The slow coming out from Pieliedie, and it'll be Melons falling again. AUI picking up the kill on that one. So this should be an easy tier 3. Z-Freak and Moo coming up now as Moo buys back, but the tier 3 tower should fall anyways. Not a lot they can do. Butterfly's here. They really need Fearow, so they're going to try to take this melee Rax in time, but Butterfly gets the Arcane Curse. Z-Freak going to stun up 2. Gets rooted himself with the Searing Chains. Now EE looks to finish him off. It will be Fada, though, picking up the last hit. Fada forced to back off. Not a lot of health. Now EE in some real trouble. They got to save him. Doesn't have buyback. Already expelled it. Sitting at half health now, taking some right clicks by the illusions, but oh, MSS going in here on Fearow, and the rest of the team following up. Fearow will fall. Does not have buyback still. Now Butterfly, he will die. It will be Pieliedie picking up that kill, so it's another 2 down, and we're still waiting on Melons to come back up, and a full set of racks going down here for Complexity. It's a 14k net worth lead now for NP. They didn't even lose anyone other than EE, I believe, on the excursion with the buyback there, so he was okay. And NP looks to take Roche now. So again, these huge team fights. They're going to take the Shrine first, make it a little safer, but huge team fights. Didn't catch the whole thing, I don't believe. Only the 3 dead there, but you know, 4k XP exchange for 0. So that's huge. I mean, you've got your heroes. EE's level 20 now. If we look at the levels, going for Complexity, nobody's above 18, and that's Melons. You don't even have Fearow there at 18 yet. Rather, Moo's 19, but you got EE, you have Fada, both at 21. MSS and AUI are 19. And only Pieliedie is 16, which still, for a position 5, he's doing very, very well. He's staying alive in a lot of these team fights lately, somehow. He's got his 4 staff finished up, and he's working on a Lotus Orb as well. Oh, but Melons and Moo, they're going to find Pieliedie. He's able to 4 staff an AUI. Trying to help out. Here comes EE. Throws down the exorcism. Now Moo. He's down. He bought back, so he does not have that anymore. Melons is forced to use the BKB and will get stunned up by Z-Freak on the other side, but a big victory there already for EE and gang as they take out Moo, and he's down for 65 seconds. They're going to look to take a tier 2 and maybe try to catch Fearow. Fearow, he's pretty wise, though. He sees what's going on, and they're going to just rotate in, I believe, onto Roche instead. Got the exorcism, still going on for a little bit longer. So it's a big win there, and Pieliedie lived through it. Double 4 staff from him and MSS was able to keep him alive, and EE doing a nice job coming in with that exorcism. I believe, again, it should be probably Fada picking this up. He's almost got his Octarine's core, his soul boosters there, and I feel like last time we checked in with him, he just picked up his Radiance, but now he's got soul booster, he's got Aegis. And AUI picking up level 20. Gets untouchable slow. It's so hard to deal with. Really need the BKB just to get out of it. Now we got Melons. Has the gem. So a little dewarding and from him. Sorry about that. And AUI picks up the first Solar Crest. I believe EE might still be going that Solar Crest, but got the BKB now. I think it's at 9 seconds. Oh, it's still 10 seconds. I thought that fight top picked it off, so a little wrong on that, but that's okay. So if you're Complexity, you're really hurting. I mean, you're almost 20k down in net worth. XP, I'm sure, is, well, it's a little more, so both Shrines going to fall here, and not looking too great right now for Complexity. Your Ancients are being farmed up by the lower 3 heroes for NP, and meanwhile EE is just pushing out the lane. The only thing that Complexity really have going for them right now is they still have these 2 tier 2s up, so not going to have megas after if they were to all fall in the next team fight, but still, they're in a rough spot right now. They really need to get together and hopefully get a pick off on someone, but NP's making it so hard every time they think they have a pick off on Pieliedie or yeah, pretty much Pieliedie. Oh, now EE in trouble. Gets lassoed up. Moo's there. The Lotus Orb coming out is not going to be enough, so EE's down for 100 seconds, and they're just going to have to back off, I believe. Fada and Pieliedie going one way, AUI and MSS going the other, and Fada gets the Searing Chains, but will get silenced up, and the stun not going to connect from Z-Freak. Pylai died there to throw down the Crystal Nova to slow it down, and Fada looks to turn back into it. Gets the Searing Change on 2. Gets a 3-man Remnant. Melons looking to fall. Fada still has Aegis, though, so he'll be okay for right now. MSS comes in with the Epicenter Blink Strike, but Firo, BKB being popped, and now it's Fada. The Sunder. Fada falling fast. He gets the kill on the Melons. Tries the Remnant out of it, but will not connect, so Melons will fall. I believe it was just the, Oh, and Butterfly tries to TP out. MSS coming in, but MSS will actually be the one that falls. I'm sorry, it was Moo. Wow, sorry about that. Moo trying to TP out. And then God, MSS just barely missing out on the kill, so not going the way of NP there. Gets a little bit of net worth back, going the way of Complexity, but not a ton. Still sitting at 18,000 back. Not too great. But Melon's doing a nice job initiating there. Did end up falling, but was able to get the kill on EE. So AUI. Level 21 now. Starting to work on Ags. Almost has it. Just needs the Blade of Alacrity and Firo's Illusions pushing up this tier 2. So he's got his Manta now. Yeah, like we're going to Diffusal next. Try to take away some of this, some of the mana and slow down these heroes. I mean, the 4-staff there from MSS and Pylai died to save Pylai Die's life about 10 minutes ago. That was huge for them, keeping them in it, so the Diffusal will hopefully stop that for Firo. Z-Freak all on his own here. EE gonna blink in and gets the Yules off and the silence, so now Z-Freak forced to run away, has the 4-staff, and now here comes Fada. NP pick up another kill, and AUI is now godlike, so he's sitting at 10 and 4, top of the kill board there. Nice job by Fada coming in, getting the Searing Change to make sure, and now it's MSS going on to Melons, but Moo is inside of him. Not sure if he knew the Lotus Orb coming out. Flame Break gonna knock him back a little bit, and he's trying to get out of there. He's got Burrow Strike ready, and here comes Pylai Die. BKB has to be popped by Melons, but Fada coming in on the other side. Moo's trying to get out as fast, and the Glimmer Cape coming back. At least try to get the Courier kill before he falls, and it should be an easy Batrider. He will drop Gem too, so I'm sure Pylai Die will probably move around and pick that up, or maybe MSS picks it up, but not sure if they scouted it out. Didn't see any pings or anything, and looks like they will miss it. Okay, maybe MSS drops his wand, but there we go. Pings it out. And now I believe this should be a tier 2 down. Z-Freak not quite up yet. Now he is, so Moo coming in. At least Midas the creep. AUI picks up a tower kill there. Well, again, not looking too great for Complexity. Now you're losing your tier 2s. You don't really have that safety buffer that you did before if you were to lose a team fight. You know, you only lost Melons and Z-Freak a little earlier. Good pick-off there by NP, but Complexity losing both tier 2s now, so if they lose a team fight, and they expel some, maybe a dieback rather than just a buyback, you're looking at possibly Mega Creeps, depending who it is. We do have buyback only on MSS in this entire game right now, so yeah, if you win a team fight, if you're NP, and you still have Fada alive, or you have EE with Exorcism, you're gonna look maybe towards Megas, depending on the team fight. Again, you're sitting at a 24k net worth now if you're NP. Everything's really going your way. Roche is really the next thing. Still got a few more minutes left until it comes up, but they're gonna come here and smoke up, it seems. EE leading the way. Gonna look maybe in the jungle, try to see if Firo's in there farming up some of these camps, some of these safe camps here closest to the base, but not gonna find anyone quite yet. Oh, Butterfly. Not sure if they see him quite yet. Yeah. Oh, smoke up of their own now, so both teams smoking up. NP gonna move into the base. They're gonna drop some wards down and maybe just try to get out. We got a game of cat and mouse here as both teams circling around each other, trying to find where the other one are, and oh, they're picking them out. They know that they're there. They're gonna Fada gonna TP out at least for now. He does throw the Remnant down just in case, but he's got to push out that top lane. And now the rest of NP in some trouble. They're cornered here. Exorcism gonna fall. BKB too, and he predicts the blink in from from Melons, but he's falling fast. Exorcism doing some work, but the BKB keeping him alive. Pieliedie in some real trouble, and the rest of NP going on Butterfly. Make sure that he's not able to do anything else. Furo falling too, so Butterfly and Furo both down so far for Complexity, and it looks like Melons might fall as well as NP, or as AUI gets another kill with those impetus shots. EE in some real trouble, but it's a 4 for none. EE gonna barely live through it, and only a buyback here on Furo, so there should be at least one set of racks. Exorcism gonna do a little more damage, but Fada still sitting at pretty much full health as that Octarine Core just heals him back up. All that magic damage, so a nice job by NP. They were cornered in there, but I think it was EE had a really nice play. He BKB'd up and blinked back here, right where Melons blinked too, and it's gonna be GG. So only buyback on Furo, not gonna call it back, and NP take game 1 as this best of 3. I believe it's a best of 3 against Complexity Gaming. NP looking pretty sharp there. With the exception of Pieliedie getting caught out a couple times, they were, moving as a squad the whole time pretty much after laning phase was over. They were able to get the pickoffs on Z-Freak, on a Butterfly, even on Melons when he was trying to get the pickoffs of his own, and they really shut down Furo pretty much that whole game. I mean, he was top of the net worth for their team, but I mean, even MSS was almost on par as far as net worth goes, and it's a nice job by NP. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Jeed. You can catch me at JeedTV, twitter.com/JeedTV. Same thing with Twitch, twitch.tv/JeedTV. Stream there sometimes, mostly just playing. Most of my casts are on YouTube. If you want to catch those, yeah, just search JeedTV or something of the rather. Thanks again, guys.